Banyarandas, most of the Banyarandas who have come to apply for passports, eventually you actually request them to naturalize. Naturalization is registration of citizenship, which doesn't even take long. It's 3 weeks. You just go online, put in the necessary documents, put in your parents' details, put in your details, and submit. And that is it. Then you get a certificate of what? Of naturalization. And then the next thing, you go to NIRA and get a national ID. Then come and get your passport. As simple as that. But you see, most people do not want to go through all that. They just want to come, say, for me, I've been staying here, I was born here, my parents were here. But remember, you migrated from the other country and lived here. But you did not register for citizenship. You're supposed to register for citizenship, which is what actually we keep telling them, to register for citizenship. So they complain because you've told them to go and instead register, which is actually not a very hard thing, but they see it as a very bad thing. They go ahead to conclude that you're discriminating them. We are not. We're actually telling you, go register for citizenship and legalize your stay in the country. So most of the people that we get, those ones that want to evade that whole process. So they go make noise and disrupt everyone. The e-visa system is actually very, very effective. Once a person is coming into the country, they will have to apply for a single entry visa. So the single entry visa, of course, once it's approved and you've paid for it online, it will be approved and you'll get an email that your visa has been approved. Then you can come into the country. We've actually alerted all airline companies not to allow anyone without a visa approval. So no one can get on a plane without a visa approval. Then once you're in the country, depending on your intentions into this country, if you've come to invest, if you've been invited as an expatriate, then you go ahead and apply for a work permit. Then if you've come to study, you go ahead and apply for a student pass. Then wives of expatriates who don't intend to work will apply for a dependent pass. All those things are found on the same platform. You apply, you pay, and then you get your facility. Of course, other factors remain constant. They have to vet and see if you're eligible for these services or not. It really works actually. So in the recent, we've had so many countries come to benchmark our services as immigration. They've benchmarked on how we operate, how we streamline our services in citizenship, how we streamline our services in visas. And we've had countries like Zimbabwe come, we've had South Africa, we've had South Sudan come, we've also had Ethiopia that came actually 2 days back. So all these countries come. We've also had actually Rwanda. All these countries come to benchmark and see how we do our things, how we operate, how are our things able to work. So I think it goes to the part of enforcement. You see, when you introduce, like let's say we automated, automation only works if you enforce it. So we automated our visa processes. Everyone who comes into the country has to actually apply online and pay online with a visa card. We do not accept any money on our desks. We don't accept any money. So by the time you come into the country, your visa is already approved. Passport services were taken away from manual processes and were taken to online. So everyone who applies for a passport, everyone who shows up here has already made an online application, has already paid, and has scheduled an appointment. So they are worked out in real time, and their process of acquiring this passport does not actually take too long. It takes almost 7 days and the passport is out. And also we acquired the machinery to counter those who are not following the immigration laws in regards to inspection services. So of course, once we go out there in the field, we are able to verify the immigration services using those machinery. There are people who carry fake documentations. There are people who carry old facilities and then lie to you that this is my new facility. Then there are those who tell you that they applied but yet they did not apply. So that machine is able to verify the actual truth if this facility is true or not, or forged. Therefore, we take necessary action on those who are actually trying to evade the law. Forgery is actually quite too much, but at least we've tried to curb it and we've lessened its availability around here. First of all, people actually use brokers, and brokers are also engaged in forgeries. You see, when a person approaches a broker, the broker is going to tell you, to do for you this passport, it will come out in 1 day, you can give me 2 million. Then the person gives the 2 million. So because this person is on pressure and then has realized that there are so many other factors to counter and does not want to repay the money, they will go and forge and tell you, okay, this is your appointment, you can go. Only to reach there, that's not even an appointment. It has been forged. Work permits, someone forges an appointment letter, someone forges a contract, someone forges almost everything. Interpol letter, they forge. Only to reach there, you check, cross-check, and the thing is forged. All because someone wanted money. But all those have been actually lessened because we've managed to teach everyone how to use these systems. A person can actually sit on their own and make an application without having to approach anyone. A person can make an application for a passport. A person can make an application for a work permit without having to use a broker. So at this point, they've actually learned how to do this on their own, because it's so you have to sit there, put in the link, start the application, upload documents and submit. As simple as that. So before they didn't know that, they thought it was quite tedious, but now they've learned that it actually is a simple thing and saves them all the money they would have spent on a broker. So forgery